proportions. As he hung over the coffin, his face was concealed by long locks of ragged hair, but one vast hand was extended, and color and apparent texture like that of a mummy. When he heard the sound of my approach, he ceased to utter exclamations of grief and horror and sprung towards the window. Never did I behold a vision so horrible as his face, of such loathsome yet appalling hideousness. I shut my eyes involuntarily and endeavored to recollect what were my duties with regard to this destroyer. I called on him to stay. He paused, looking on me with wonder, and again, turning towards the lifeless form of his creator, he seemed to forget my presence, and every feature and gesture seemed instigated by the wildest rage of some uncontrollable passion. "That is also my victim," he exclaimed. "In his murder my crimes are consummated. The miserable series of my being is wound to its close. O Frankenstein, generous and self-devoted being, what does it avail that I now ask thee to pardon me? I who irrevocably destroyed thee by destroying all thou lovest. Alas, he is cold and cannot answer me." His voice seemed suffocated, and my first impulses, which had suggested to me the duty of obeying the dying request of my friend in destroying his enemy, were now suspended by a mixture of curiosity and compassion. He said, "Farewell. I leave you, and in you the last of humankind whose these eyes will ever behold. Farewell, Frankenstein. If thou wert alive, and yet cherished a desire of revenge against me, it would be better sated in my life than in my destruction. But it was not so. Thou didst see my extinction, that I might not cause greater wretchedness, and if, in some mode unknown to me, thou hast not ceased to think and feel, thou wouldst not desire against me a vengeance greater than that which I feel. Blasted as thou wert, my agony was still superior to thine, for the bitter sting of remorse will not cease to rankle in my wounds until death shall close them forever. But soon," he cried, with sad and solemn enthusiasm, "I shall die, and what I now feel will be no longer felt. Soon these burning miseries will be extinct. I shall ascend my funeral pyre triumphantly and exult in the agony of the torturing flames. The light of the conflagration will fade away, and my ashes will be swept into the sea by the winds. My spirit will sleep in peace. Or if it thinks, it will not surely think thus. Farewell." He sprang to the cabin window as he said this. Upon the icy raft which lay close to the vessel, he was soon borne away by the waves and lost in the darkness